What do you got? Huh? What do you got there, little bulldog? Huh? What's got your panties all in the wad? Huh? Just felt like raising a little hell, huh? Oh, now that Dad's got the camera on you, you're not going to say nothing, huh? Yeah. Oh, my goodness. What a handful that one's been. Jeepers creepers. Well, just got back from our wild vacation, all in one piece. Happy Easter, everybody. Um, gosh, not really sure where to start. Um, yeah, we put oh my gosh, I don't know, 2,600 miles on, something like that. Um, yeah, it was you know, pretty frightening. It was our first time out with an RV, and it didn't go great. Um, we had we had some misadventures. Um, and quite frankly, I think we're lucky to be alive. We got caught in a freak snowstorm, 130-year snowstorm, ice storm, and I believe it was New Mexico. I'm not sure. I'm trying to forget it. If you want to know the truth, the Blue Goose got the worst of it. And the wind blew 45 miles an hour this way. The whole 2,600 miles. Yeah. And it's not the trailer's fault, but that micro mini, it's lightweight, and so the truck did its job. But with all this sail back here and the wind blowing this way, and the semi trucks are relentless. Those guys go now, they're traveling 80 miles an hour top speed. And if the wind is going this way at 45 miles an hour and they come by you, and you know how it is when a semi truck comes by you, you get that. And so they take the wind off of you, then you get that, oh. And so, yeah, it was two fisted driving, white knuckled for almost 2,000 miles. But like I said, everything else, uh, we're lucky to be alive. Anyways, had a good visit with the kid. Had a great visit with the kid, as a matter of fact. Um, this one here, handful. Oh my God. In the truck traveling, she was an angel. Just a perfect angel. But around anybody else, oh my God, she was just pure terror. She made Papa's life just pure hell. So, yeah. So we're going to get a hold of the insurance company and because the the passenger side of the truck is from the uh, rear door back is gone. Just it's cabbage because we got blown into, like I was mentioning before, we got blown into a another fella had a trailer and he pulled over in this freak storm. You couldn't see. And we're in the middle of all you could see was just white. You know. Anyways, and I'm driving on ice, and I'm a desert guy. I'm some dumb. I ain't plumb dumb, and I know if I stop, I'm on Interstate 40, by the way. Yeah, and I know if I stop, there ain't no starting. So I got to keep going. So, anyways, here I am. I'm following these ruts that the semis have left, and it's one lane. You know, Interstate 40 is a 2-lane road, 4-lane, whatever. And I'm following these ruts, and the snow is just it's snowing so hard, filling this ice, these ruts, that you can't see the ruts. It's that much of a blizzard or whatever you guys call that shit. So this semi comes blowing by me about 80 miles an hour, and literally, I'm on ice, just moves me over. You know, the wind's already blowing me 45 miles an hour this way. But when that semi went by, that blast of air gave me just another push like that, and it blew my whole rig over. And there was a guy that was blown off onto the side of the road, and part of his trailer, like this trailer, was still hanging onto the road, and all my shit caught. This corner of my trailer caught the corner of his trailer, but it wasn't a little dinky trailer. It was one of those big Texas trailers for hauling like pipe and shit. So, anyways, that was that. Almost lost it in the ice. Just didn't even know we were on the ice. And oh yeah, that put you on high alert. And when you didn't had no clue to check the weather about, didn't even think about that shit. But they, that's welcome to the world of RVing, I guess. I mean, no, I checked all the YouTube stuff and all these fancy dancy people that want to sell you a coloring book on how to RV, and I didn't see anything about checking the weather. and you do your due diligence, and I look for rain and snow and shit like that, but I guess I didn't really dig that hard. But anyways, so that was that, and so now we're back, and dealing with all the other shit, that you deal with. So I had to get this one going, and oh yeah, she runs like a rape tape again. Um, I put the fuel system in it as requested by Brian over at Muscle Car Solutions, and I do that to every one of my vehicles, and I'm telling you guys, if you're running these older vehicles and you don't have all the fancy dancy stuff, and you just got the Elderbrock, and probably even you Holly guys, I don't know if there's much hope for you guys, but um, take a look at on Brian's channel on how to properly put on a fuel system, and you can get it's about $100, okay? And I didn't use the most expensive, obviously, and I didn't use the cheapest. So, um, and I don't know how to do links and all that other crap. So you're on your own there. So, but anyways, because I had to get this up and going because I can't have the Blue Goose with a dent in it or the side of it all cabbaged up. Um, just can't have that. So she's got to go to the shop. I'm not going to do it here. I probably could, but I don't want to because it just makes me sick to my stomach. That truck I bought it new in 2015, and I think it's got 28,000 miles on it. Still smells brand new. Oh, what else? So of course, I guess they got wind here at home while we were gone because the pool was just full of shit. And but we did have this, um, some nice pretty roses, and even the little stubborn one way down there. And we're lucky to get one or two off of her a year. So she gave us three this year. So we'll take that. And then Mom's Lily, I asked everybody, usually along about now, this belonged to my mom, and she just had it in her backyard, and when she remembered to water it, she watered it. So it very routinely got maintained. It blooms once a year. And so I started this year asking people the question of when it's going to bloom. And she still hasn't bloomed as of today. So it normally in the past 3 years, when I started noticing it, it's usually been, well, in the middle of this month, right around now. So typically, yeah. So that's that, and then I planted some sunflowers, and one of them came up, and then this crazy one here, um, the wind had blew it over, And I saw it before we left, and I was going to cut it off, and I said, "Nah, I'll deal with it when I come back." But it started coming. It started coming back. Kind of crazy, huh? So yeah. So that's that. And oh, I did mow the yard. I planted some watermelons yesterday. And then let's walk over here. I trimmed that piece of shit bush right there for my wife for Easter. It's supposed to be like a heart. So yeah. And then I just trimmed that up. And then these are carrots for Miss Haley. They're coming along pretty nice. And yeah. I got some wheels or some tires for this, but they don't fit these rims. If anybody knows anything about these, would you let me know? Is there some other rim that a fellow can get? Because I tried saving these wheels. I put that. I'll show you in here. I was putting the slime stuff in there, but it gets so dry out here that those tires are so weather checked that I just can't do much with them. So, but yeah, anybody got any ideas on if there's some rims that I could swap those out with? I don't know if a car rim will fit, turn around backwards or whatever. I have no idea, but certainly somebody knows. So oh, so now that I got the little Cheyenne going over there, or Scottsdale. I don't know. I keep calling it the Cheyenne, but now that I got Scottsdale going over there, I can put I got an inch and 7/8 ball on it, and I can move this guy out of my way because this now has to go in here because you can't leave something like this outside here in Vegas because it just turns into trash. So yeah, so that's just a little update. Hope everybody's doing good and happy Easter. And this is me and Miss Haley and everybody from Randy Mac's Garage saying, have a nice day. Mahalo.